Well, guys, this is something I've wanted to talk about for a while now and discuss the problems with X, Elon Musk's app, the rebranding from Twitter. I understand Elon wanting to put his own name to it. We do have to admit, though, Twitter was an amazing name for the app, rebranding it. If you're going to pay billions and millions of dollars for it, you should be able to name it whatever you want. But I want to discuss what are the problems right now that really nobody is talking about when it comes to X that's making it a significantly worse experience. And this is why, inevitably, when we make the giant leap forward from Web 2 to Web 3, we have to completely eliminate bots. And if you're going to have bots, it has to be an emphasis on making sure we know which accounts are bots. When it comes to Web3, you should not be able to create multiple accounts because when you're allowed to create 20 or 30 different accounts, it's the equivalency of internet cancer and it makes it a terrible user experience. Now we've seen a rise in these bot accounts, I think, since Elon took over. And let me first just say, before anyone comes at me when I talk about Musk and the criticism, there's a few different things I want to say, just as kind of an overview to this entire situation. Number one, Elon Musk taking over X, buying Twitter, is undoubtedly a million times better than where we were with big tech being controlled totally by the Democrats in one way or another, with Meta, Instagram, at the time Twitter, as well as YouTube and Google leaning significantly to the left. That is an issue. That is not how Americans actually think. We've got basically split down the middle, conservative, liberal views in this country with a lot of independence. Our entire social media should not be biased and controlled by people who only believe in one thing. We remember the studies that came out about Twitter and their employees. They were about 90% liberal. Remember the study about who they were donating to? It was like 99% to liberal causes. That's just ridiculous. So you're obviously going to have bias and you're going to ban more conservatives. That's just human nature. That's absurd. So Musk taking over, it is a great thing. I'm not saying it's not a great thing. Even with the problems that we have right now on X, the alternative would be so much more catastrophic and so much worse for the country because it would be a total censorship reign. You still do have Google, who leans left, obviously, along with YouTube and Meta, Instagram. Remember last summer when Threads got launched with Zuckerberg and I came out and said it would flop immediately? I came out on its release day when everyone was hyping it up and said, no, look at the interface. It's terrible. It doesn't work. I hate Instagram's interface anyways. I barely use it. And it's just not an app I really, there's just not much on Instagram. When it comes to like looking at photos and things like that. X just has so much more. And then obviously YouTube, that's my number one app. I mean, that is my job. But either way, when it comes to X, there's huge issues with this. Now, Musk implemented the verification where everyone can be verified. You got to pay, what is it, $7, $10? I don't know. I did end up paying for that. I think I bought it maybe a month ago. And it allows you to like edit tweets, things like that. The issue though, and I'm going to give some examples of just how catastrophically bad these bots are with Musk in charge. So this is a new cryptocurrency that is launching, and I don't want to lose you guys. This is not a video about cryptocurrency. I just want to explain how bad the bots are. You can see this project is called Block Games. They are having their pre-sale, looks like in 24 hours, and they're talking about all of the details on their project, the vesting period, when does everything open, looks like March 26. Look right under that. Guys, this is how bad the bots and the mimicking and the scamming has gotten on X. You're getting, and this is not the only one that's done this, when like a new cryptocurrency launches, right below a tweet, they have to make another tweet saying, this marks the final tweet of the thread. And you're like, well, why would they need to do that? Because there are so many copycat accounts off of Block Games, which is, just for an example, that's what this is, people copying them. You can see under the Block Games tweet, you have a completely fake account, Bakery Swap, which is mimicking another exchange, asking how to participate, and it has 10,000 replies. So this is a reply to the Block Games initial tweet announcing their presale, and this has 10,000 replies. They're all bots, 11,000 retweets, and almost 13,000 likes. And then under that, you've got a fake Block Games account announcing the exact same thing the original tweet announced, but you can see where it says register here. That link is a complete scam. So when people send money to that link thinking they're getting into a pre-sale of this cryptocurrency, they are losing all of their Ethereum or whatever ERC20 token they're putting in there. And you can take a look at the interactions on that. The exact same amount of retweets, the exact same amount of likes. It's a dead giveaway. You would think if I was Musk, I would be looking at this and I would be saying, okay, every single person that liked this tweet, obviously the account that's faking Block Games should be completely, banned. But same with all the ones liking the tweet, retweeting it, because they're all bots and it's meant to legitimize the fake accounts. When you've got noobs coming on this and seeing, oh, this tweet has 13,000 likes, that must mean this is real, because why would 13,000 people like a scam link? Well, they're not all real people, they're all bots. And then you can see totally a fake account, 53,000 followers, and they're retweeting the actual Block Games. You can see Block Games has that, gold verification, and you would think, well, if people just looked at that, that would save you. It's very easy to do that. Well, guys, it's gotten even worse. Take a look at this. It seems we've got an account that was registered under some type of mirror pictures, and they got the gold verification. They've changed their name to Block Games, and now they're trying to participate on a scam with a scam link as well. So this is just so bad, and it's just, there's so much of this stuff. I mean, even if you just look at the main Block Games account in general, you haven't even run your public pre-sale, and you've got almost 1 million followers? Really? Guys, don't get me wrong, I am in on the Block Games pre-sale. I'm not saying it's not going to do well, but it's just, come on, you can tell. You would think if you're Block Games and you want to be transparent, you try and clean up your own replies by blocking a lot of these accounts. Maybe they're just so multiple, it's impossible to block them all, and the way they deploy the bots makes it very hard to do it. And I understand that this is also a problem on YouTube. If you go to a finance video, you will see one bot account comment something about, oh my god, I made $50,000 doing this trading setup. And then right under that, it'll be another bot commenting saying, how did you do that? That's crazy. And then they'll respond saying, I used this. And then it'll just be all fake conversations. This is really a bigger Web 2 problem. Web 2 right now is being completely polluted by bots, and it's not solvable. We're going to have to make a giant jump forward onto Web 3. What Musk has done is he's incentivized interactions. And interactions in general on social media were incentivized to a degree, but with the monetization now, the feature, it has completely turned X into this interaction farming. Some of the stuff I see people tweet out now, it's just, the NFL accounts, the news accounts, it's just all crap. It's interaction farming, but now it's gotten so bad to where you'll get these random accounts. Say there's an account that its name is Interesting Facts, and it'll tweet out a video on something, and it'll get, 15K retweets. And then you look under it to try and view some of the replies and see how people are interacting with this tweet and what is their reaction. You're not going to be able to see any of that because the replies are going to be bots from other accounts sharing videos trying to get interactions off of the original tweet that was getting an interaction. And this has all got to be cleaned up, hopefully, with Web3. It's not that it's unusable, but it's just a really bad experience. Like, take a look at this. Okay, these are responses. Let's see how the deal goes. Okay. People spam responding words, just random words. I've tweeted about this several different times, or I guess it's now I posted about it several different times, where I'll just show a screenshot and it'll be one bot account responding to something saying, okay. It's just one word, trying to get interactions, I guess, because that makes them money or something. I don't know what the incentive is, but we're seeing more and more of that now it is very sad. And you're also getting the soliciting with the OF girls and saying just weird things under replies to football and baseball, trying to get horny dudes. When we do advance to Web3, certainly X can come into Web3, but Musk has to realize there's going to be an onboarding process to where we're not doing this thing where you can create 40 accounts in a single day. You get one account, because otherwise we're dealing with the equivalent of internet cancer. It's hard to even look at tweets, see the replies, because the replies are all bots. And even when you verify it, obviously you can verify multiple accounts. That's another big issue. And then people say, well, I just want to be anonymous. And listen, I have an anonymous account on X where I just look at news and things like that and follow a bunch of people. By the way, I said news. But it just creates all of this crap that makes the app unusable. Like, you should be mass banning these people. And I don't know if it's an issue to where because these accounts, all of these accounts that do this scamming, they're all buying the $10, blue check mark or the verification. It makes sense because it makes you seem legitimate and you can scam newbie people very easily. But this is not just an X issue. However, with Musk coming in, it seems like we're getting higher rates of these bot accounts just tweeting nonsense, replying to nonsense. It makes the app very hard to use. And how do you police something like this when these people are paying for this service? Are you able to ban them even with them paying? If this was my social media app, these people would be off of it completely. When it comes to just giving a bad user experience, if you're going to solicit your OF, if you're going to just try an interaction farm, but that's what Musk wants. He wants more clicks. He wants more people on X trying to make money. And we get it, but unfortunately, sometimes more is not always better, especially when you're dealing with the amount of useless posts that are now on this website. So you're going to have to create some type of algorithm to eliminate these accounts. It'll be interesting to see what Musk ends up doing, but right now it is a total cesspool, and it still is better than the alternative of what Twitter was, which obviously had a big political leaning. And it's not just that Twitter was left-wing, pretty much all of big tech was left-wing, which gave the Democrats a massive advantage in terms of the information war and spinning narratives their own way. So either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.